Hello guys, how are you? My name is Sulaiman Khan and today we are going to discuss about the markets, about gold, about oil, about US 30 and we will first of all check it out the market fundamentally that what is going to be happen, why markets are falling downside. So before discussing all these things, so I will tell you about the important thing that all the markets are falling just because of recession. Now there are two important things in the trading that you must have a knowledge of inflation and the recession because these both things have the huge impact on the market, on the commodities, on the stocks. So basically inflation, what does inflation mean? You know, the increase in the prices of the goods and the services, that is called inflation. And what does recession means? Basically recession is the period of a negative growth that affects the economy and that affects the growth of the economy and make it slows down. That is called recession. Now the thing is that how do we know that it is that recession is increasing? How do we know? And how do we know that inflation is increasing? So these are some things I think so a lot of people are confused in this. So how would you know that inflation is increasing or inflation is decreasing? How would you know that recession is increasing or decreasing? The only thing is that basically guys, the inflation is measured by the CPI, like consumer price index, or purchasing power index, PPI. So basically inflation is measured by that thing. So and on the behalf of recession is measured by the GDP, gross domestic product. If there is a reduction in the GDP, so it will indicate that recession is going to be increased. And when recession is going to be increased, people don't buy the commodities, people don't invest their money in the stocks because just imagine, just think normally that when if markets are if there's a recession, if the economy, the growth in the economy is near to about the zero, near to about the zero. So and also if the economies are slowed down, so will you invest in the markets? Absolutely, you will not invest in the market. You will. So that's why when recession is increasing, so people usually don't invest in the markets. So they invest, instead of investing their money in the markets, instead of investing their money in the stocks, instead of money investing their money in the commodities and all these things, they used to invest their money to buy the dollar, like that they used to buy the currencies to make it more stable. So that's why right now all the markets, all the things are crashing down. So and one more impact of the Russia also on the oil, that is also making and creating the recession properly. So but the thing is that right now I have told you the reason why markets are falling, that is just because of recession. And today is the important day for the gold. Why it is important? Because today is the FOMC minutes, if you will see there. And if according to me that if they will increase the interest rates this time 0.75%, so so gold can actually move towards the approximately 1750 area or like that 1720 area, because in all over the countries there's a huge recession. So people are not investing their monies in the stocks and the commodities, they are just investing their money and for their in the dollars, in the they are investing their money in the currencies. So that's why. So right now if you look at the market technically, that what is going to be happen, I will tell you some on the behalf of that on the weekly time frame chart, that why gold was falling, even though I have mentioned that thing in the my previous analysis. If you will watch my previous videos. So basically guys, if you will look at there was a market has created properly the head and shoulder pattern. This was the first shoulder, this was the second shoulder, and this was the head of the market. And if you look at here, the neck the head, shoulders was same, and even though the necklines was also the quite same. So this was a completely head and shoulder pattern. And when head and shoulder pattern is formed, markets move like that, creates the head, then creates the second shoulder, then after that break out of that trend line. This was a neckline, and after when market breaks that neckline, market shortly falls downside. And it can also move more downside till 1670 area. But right now there's a chance that maybe market will again from here 1768 market will slightly goes upside till 1800 for the retest, and then after that market can falls downside. So this is the first thing which you have to keep in your mind while doing trading on gold. So if market will not give us the retest, then the important areas for the right now for the gold I will mark with you guys. The best important area is that is you guys know this is the area 1670. This is the area you have to keep it in your mind while trading gold. You have to make sure this area, this is the important area for the gold, and there's also some gaps is being filled. There are some gaps in between this area, so maybe market will comes to take those gaps also. And the second important area for the gold on the weekly time frame chart, that is approximately this area. If you look at here, this area 1744. So according to me, maybe in FMC gold will falls down till 1744 or 1740 area, this 1739 1740 area. From there gold can also go for the retest till 1795, because this is the neckline. This was the neckline 1797 96. This is the neckline of the gold market. If you look at here, sorry, if you look at here, this is a neckline of the gold market right now for the head and shoulder pattern. So maybe gold will comes to that area for the retest. So you have to make sure about this area. And the second important area for the gold right now for the FMC, you have to why basically this is all is the buying zone. Now why I am saying it's the buying zone, if you will look at here on the, if you will draw the triangle here, you will able to understand that why it is so much important. If you will see here, yeah, this area, if you will see here that every time whenever market comes to these type of areas, market bounce upside. Again market comes to this area, market bounce upside, and market gives us a little bit fake breakout. Again market comes to this area, market bounce back upside. Again market comes to this area, market goes upside. So this is the strong demand zone. So right now from 1760 till 1740, what is my advice for you guys? I will say don't open sell trades right now. Just if you want to open your trades, just open small buys. When you have to enter in a sell trade, you have to enter in a sell trade when market will gives us the closing of the weekly time frame chart just below the 1740. If market will give us the closing below the 1740 of the weekly time frame chart this week or next week, then only you can look for a sell trade. Then you can hold your trade for 1670 and more downside. So right now it looks like that maybe market will move like that in that way. So just market will comes in 1740 or 1739, this type of area. Then after that market goes for the upside. So this is what I am expecting right now. Or also there's a chance that market can also moves from here towards the upside. Then in FMC market can fall still 1740. This is also the possibility. So I hope so you understand that why market has fallen downside, and why, what are the important areas for the gold. I hope so you understand my this video, and I hope for the best. I hope so. If you guys have any question, you guys can ask from us in the comment box. Stay blessed, have a good day.